Geek Citadel.
Sorry, surfer dude, but you're headed for a wipeout.
Somewhere in the Marvel Universe, the Silver Surfer's board has been smashed into cosmic bricks and spread around the city. The villain Dr. Doom has a plan to get all of the pieces with the help of various other baddies from the Marvel Universe. It's too bad that Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. also have a plan to find the cosmic pieces and return them to the Silver Surfer. He'll call on great heroes like Iron Man, the Hulk, and Spider-Man to chase down those Brutus bad guys and recover the goods. Much like any LEGO game, it wouldn't be great if it didn't contain the tongue-in-cheek humor we're used to. In LEGO Marvel Superheroes, the jokes fall down to mostly laughable puns that will make Spider-Man cringe.
Red Skull, I'm gonna spangle you till you see stars.
A ton of the jokes are hit and miss, but it's a great reminder that comic books can be fun and escape from the dark and gritty world it has become.
Smash Skull! Huh? Hulk rip pants.
The story is typical fare for the LEGO titles, but somehow the game takes familiar characters and stays true to their spirit. Unlike the DC game where Batman was jealous of an aloof Superman, the Marvel characters act as they would in the comic books, but in a comical fashion. Spider-Man, for instance, is still the web-swinging jokester, but he acknowledges his failures in Peter Parker's life continually to the other heroes.
Hey guys, hope you don't mind. No hot water at the apartment.
LEGO Heroes does not change the mold from the normal open world formula of the series. It does excel at making the puzzle structure match the characters on screen. Now, if you are a fan like me, many of these puzzles will make you question a few of the superhero groupings. However, I allow myself to step away from my fanboy side and realize this is a LEGO title designed for kids. I guess my gripes come in the fact that there are too many superheroes that share similar power structures. Mr. Fantastic, Hawkeye, and Spider-Man can pull down switches from walls, Iron Man and Hawkeye can blow up silver items, Spider-Man and Wolverine can use their senses to find objects and climb buildings. To be honest, it's a waste of available superhero ideas and a little uninspired. That in turn comes down to my underlying problem with the title, the secondary nature of all other heroes in a game labeled Marvel Superheroes. I was a bit forgiving when it happened in the DC universe, but I figured by now we could get a world-branching story featuring famous and not so famous heroes in the universe. Instead, they should have called it Marvel Movie Heroes, because if you are not in a movie in some fashion, you are not going to get any actual screen time. That's not to say that there aren't a vast array of Marvel heroes available in the game. In fact, the many interesting side quests will have our blocky heroes helping citizens, solving puzzles, and taking down villains to unlock heroes like Spider-Woman, She-Hulk, and even Squirrel Girl. I can state that the act of searching the world for heroes, golden bricks, and partaking in the side story missions narrated by Deadpool is easily the best part of the title.
Hey there, biscuit, Spider-Pants! Balloon!
Come on, water? In a bank? Who designs this stuff?
The storyline segments instinctively follow the LEGO formula to a fault. Our heroes will chase villains through stage after stage, waiting for them to knock over objects and send out waves of bad guys until reaching the final boss. When the battle begins, it is up to our heroes to wait out similar attack patterns until LEGO blocks crumble to the ground. They will then build an item that can damage the boss for that turn, and then it's back to repeating the cycle until he or she is dead. It is not a boring formula due to the frequent swapping of heroes later on in the game, but it sure is repetitious, and the more heroes there are, the harder it is to switch to a specific character. I can usually play games for hours, but after taking down a long stage in LEGO Marvel, I just want to take a break. I also thought the controls were a little unappealing this time around for the aerial powers in this title. It's incredibly hard to get a hero to go up and down without suffering a thumbstick spasm. More importantly, the computer AI is quite possibly the dumbest I've ever seen in a game. It's laughably bad when there are 4 different soups on the screen and only one of them realizes there is a boss battle going on. Please LEGO, let's get some online gameplay for cripe's sake. I won't deny that the game has some very active and dynamic stages. Hands bust through rooftops, obstructing pathways, and Juggernaut runs rampant through the X-Men mansion. It's a distracting and appreciated visual design for both stages and characters alike. The city of New York looks fantastic when seen from above, and each individual character model contains many details from their familiar movie and comic book counterparts. There are a few hits of lag, graphical glitches, and you may experience a crash or two, but for the most part, this is the best looking LEGO game to date. I'm torn between loving this LEGO Marvel universe and my idea of what it could have been. I love playing as my favorite heroes, but I feel that the story neglected the perfect opportunity to use as many character combinations as possible. This game managed to make Mr. Fantastic interesting by morphing him into teapots and fire engines. I can only imagine what they could have done with the other Marvel alumni if they would have taken it a bit further. It's a shame that the galactic nature of the story doesn't span over a variety of the heroes that exist in the world. While I have no gripes with playing as Spider-Man and Wolverine every 3 or so levels, I think it's time for a few lesser known characters to get their time in the sun. If the crazy world of LEGO cannot make an interesting story with Iron Fist, Ms. Marvel, Squirrel Girl, and Black Panther, what game can? LEGO Marvel Superheroes receives 3 stars out of 5 from Geek Citadel. It's great to see all of the Marvel characters in a LEGO game, but the technical issues, controls, AI, and lukewarm puzzles hold it back from truly being tops. For more reviews and opinion pieces, visit geekcitadel.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Sorry, Doc, but you know what? It's finally clobbering time!